Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Monday afternoon, December 4th, 2023, just a minute or two after 3:30 in the afternoon Eastern Time. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our goal is to make you be a successful trader. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our proprietary trading indicators that are simple to use, yet highly accurate in helping us predict the direction that the market's going to move. And we do that in a way that we think is really the most effective and efficient way to learn anything, and that is with one-on-one mentoring. So we will teach you to use our tools, which are very accurate, and we are so confident in how well our tools perform and our ability to teach you to use them, that once we've trained you, we will let you trade with company funds and split what you make. So it's a terrific deal. And the purpose of this session is to show you one of the trading strategies. We've got over a dozen, one that I specifically use, and to show you how accurate the tools are so that you can judge for yourself. So with that, we need to start by listening to this guy. So let's jump in and we'll get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Well, one of our secret sauces is that we do these sessions. I do 3 a week this afternoon, and then Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30 in the morning Eastern Time. I also send out a daily trade setup right around 4:15. With an overnight trade that I am taking, and we'll get to see that after we see what's available off of the 1 hour chart. Then we'll switch over and take a look at what's on the day chart for that overnight trade. But when you are in our program, we do a live trade every morning at 10 a.m. We do another live trade every evening at 10 p.m. And we are constantly, in addition to the personalized one-on-one training, we are constantly giving coaching advice. And our interests are aligned with yours because we've got you trading our money. We want you to win. We want you to get better. We want you to succeed. So we're continuously out there providing trading. Every Wednesday evening, we have a training session. And then every Saturday morning, back to the basics, where we're continuing to review the various trade strategies and actually take questions. I work off of a little checklist that helps me kind of make sure I'm not missing anything. Checklists. I saw this interesting article not too long ago. I think I even put it in my one of the notes with the trade results, where the use of checklists for doctors like increased performance like 40%. They made way less mistakes when they had something as simple as a checklist to make sure that they didn't miss anything. So checklists work. I use them. I think you should use them too. Every day, it is good to restart your green chart. It clears out the memory, picks up any updates they might have done. At the end of every trading day and at the end of every day in life, you should constantly be kind of reviewing what transpired that day, what didn't quite go as you pleased or as you planned, and what corrections you can make. Life is continually about having the goal, trying to get there. As we move there, making adjustments so that we can keep going to where it is that we want. So same with trading. When you make trades that didn't go the way that you wanted, you should go back, take a look at them. And one of the great things about our indicators is it has the simulator on them. So you can go back to specifically the specific point at the time you were looking at it, see exactly what the chart said and say, hey, what was wrong with my analysis here? So we haven't taken any trades from last week, so we're not going to do that today. But tomorrow morning we will look at we'll go back and look at the trades if any of the trades didn't go as we expected tonight. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at predicting the direction the market will move. If we can predict the direction the market will move, we can make some money off of that. However, news does impact currency prices, and we want to know what that news is so that we can trade around it. And the best place to get that news is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into three components. Yellow is low impact. I don't worry about those. Orange is medium impact. I generally don't worry about those, although some traders do. And red, which is high impact. These I worry about. I want to trade around these. And generally, I like to trade around them 2 hours. 2 hours. I don't want to be involved in a trade 2 hours before this item. So there's some news on the Australian dollar coming out at 10:30 our time. So 2 hours puts us at 8:30, and then that puts us the day changes at 5. The spreads come back down at 6. So we got about 2.5 hours before we hit this. So if we see something on the Australian dollar on the 1 hour chart, we can kind of consider taking it if we think it's going to close. Usually on a 1 hour chart, trades are going to close within 1 to 3 hours. The signal I am going to use is something called the 10-point trade signal. I like to take it off of a 1 hour chart, but you could take it off of a 30-minute chart all the way up to a day chart. Off the 1 hour chart, I want to be 30 minutes into the chart to give the lines a chance to form. A 1 hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot's 11 pips. If I can carve out 3 11-pip trades a day, I am doing very, very well. And basically, the strategy is just to get the lines from each of the 3 sections of the chart to all be going in the same direction. And when they are, that's a good trade. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what we've got today. Chart I am trading off is something called the Light 6 Major. It is a composite chart. It's showing me 6 different currency pairs, all on the 1 hour chart. And this first chart is all US-based pairs. So I am looking for situations where I start with the middle section of the chart, which is what we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. I am looking for situations where we are either oversold, the lines are below the red line, or overbought, they're above the red blue line. if they're below, I want all the lines going up, which is what I have here. So oversold is 1 point. All the lines going up is 2 points. And 3, the green line is crossed over the red and the gray line is crossed over the black. That's the 3rd point. A couple pluses here. I'm okay so long as the green line hasn't gone past the halfway mark and it's just approaching the halfway mark. I like that the lines have entered the channel versus over here where there's kind of a gap between the channel, although last hour these lines were up here, so they've moved down a bit. So all the lines are going up. I like that the lines are clustered. That's a plus. I like the slope of the green line. That's a plus. I like it to be greater than 45 degrees, and it's way greater than 45 degrees. It's probably closer to 80. So 3 points here. A strong 3 because it's got a couple pluses with it. When I have the 3 points here, I'm going to jump up to the TNTs, and I am going to count how many lines are going in the same direction to support this buy signal. Thin orange is going up, telling me buy. Thick orange is going up, telling me buy. The blue lines are inversely related. Inversely related means that when blue is going down, that means buy. So dotted blue is coming down, although not that steep. It's counting as a point. Thick blue is coming down. It's counting as a point. So all 4 of these guys are saying, hey, buy. So that's good. I want at least three of them. I got all 4 of them. So now I'm going to jump down to my pressure, and I want these lines either going up or I want the green line on top. And I do have the green line on top. So this is a point. This is 3 points. This is 4 points. So I've got 8 points. This has a little bit of plus in that the lines are diverging. The green line's pulling away from the red line. Probably in the next hour or 2, it will start going up. But I don't need it to go up right now. All I want is the green line on top, and I have that. And as I said, this is a plus. So when I see I have all of the points here for my trade setup, what I want to do is confirm it. The way I'm going to confirm it is I'm going to look at a 2 and a 4 hour chart and see what the majors are doing. So let's open up a new chart that has multiple time periods on it. So AUD USD. And what I want to see is I want to see that we are oversold on the 2 hour and oversold on the 4 hour. So what oversold is, again, is it means that the lines are below the red line. They don't need to be going up, but I want to see that they're below the red line. Now, the reason I want them, so I've got that on the 2 hour. I also have that on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, the lines are still going down. As I said, that's okay. And the reason I want these to both be oversold is that when we're going up, I want, if this signal weakens, I can pick the trade up off of the 2 hour and the 4 hour or the 4 hour. The only thing is it'll take longer for the trade to execute. So on a 1 hour chart, trade's going to take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours to go from down here all the way up to the other side. On a 2 hour chart, it's going to take anywhere from 2 hours to 6 hours to go from one side to the other. On a 4 hour chart, it's going to take from 4 to 12 hours. So you can see from, if you started up here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 candles before it went from up here to down here. So that's 16 hours. I'll still get the trade, but it'll just take longer. And I want to be in a position where I make the trade and I don't get stopped out because coming back from a stop out means I got to earn that much more money. So I'd rather the trade take a little longer and do what I want versus losing money on it. So I've got the confirmation here. Once I have the confirmation, the next thing I need to do is figure out what the trade is worth. So to figure out what the trade is worth, I need to open up a clean chart. So let's do that. And let's see. So AUD USD. And I am going to crunch this up so I get more data points. And the two things I'm interested in are what's the trend? What's the trend? So it looks like we have a big uptrend. Oops. Over a month. It's going up. It pulled down a couple times, but basically it's going up. So that's good because we're taking a buy trade in an uptrend. So if I'm trading against the trend, I want to be a little bit more careful on how many pips I'm going for. I'm going to probably go for less pips. Now, one of the things I want to add to the chart is support and resistance. Support and resistance are spots where the candles, the candles seem to naturally stop. And that's going to be the bounds within which I trade. So you can see right here it stopped, right here it stopped in here. On a 1 hour chart, these lines tend to be 30, 40 pips apart. Right in here it stopped, right in here it stopped. We're 6604 to 6630, which is about 25 pips. So I'm going to open this back up so I can just see the lines a little better. I open it back up so I can see the lines a little better. I crunch up the chart so I can get more data points. But in the last 3 months, this is high territory. So all right, so this line's pretty spot on. You see how it keeps bouncing on these lines here? And this line is pretty good too. You might have an argument of moving it up just a bit to here or here. It's kind of it's a little bit of an art draw on these things. So theoretically, I could even say here if I wanted. Stopping in here, stopping in here, stopping in here, stopping in here. I want to keep this line here though, because there's a lot of bouncing here. Then I want to know how much distance I have. To each of these lines. So going up, I've got 12 pips up. And 13 pips down. 12 pips up and 13 pips down. And let's just save this. In the last week, in the last week, we've been sideways, even though the long trend is up. All right, let's go back and take a look at the signal one more time. Now, the other thing I want to think about so I got my confirmation. The one thing I don't like about the confirmation is I don't like that this guy has been down, oversold for, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 hours we've been oversold. I don't like that. I like it when it comes straight down and then, goes straight up and then it turns and comes back down. When it's been hanging out like this, I'm not as crazy about it. But I do like this, and we have the confirmation. So I think we're going to go ahead and take a trade. And then I guess the one other thing we need to think about. So it's the end of the trading day here. We've got one more hour before we hit the 5 o'clock mark Eastern time. At 5 o'clock, that's when the clock changes on the currency trading. It becomes a new day, and the brokers increase their spreads while they do their end of the day accounting. So the spreads kick up from 5 to 6 o'clock. So that's a dead trading time. You don't want to be taking a trade between 5 and 6. So it's going to pick back up at after 6, and then we've got maybe 2 hours. 2 hours till that news event. That is the only other thing that bugs me is the news event. 10:30, 2.5 hours. So from All right, we're going to go ahead and take a buy. You can take it in your simulator, or let me just take one more look at the chart, and we'll determine how many pips we're going to take. We're going to take 10 pips, I think. So let me open up my MetaTrader. This is a demo account. So we're going to take a trade on the AUD USD. So I don't have that open down here. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart. AUD USD is right up in here. I'm going to switch this over to a 1 hour chart because that's what we're looking at. And I'm going to go to New Order, click on it. It opens up the New Order window. This account has $14,000 in it. It's a demo account. To figure out my lot size, I'm going to move this decimal spot over 4 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.47. I can take anywhere from half of 1.47 to double 1.47. So since we're going to take another trade, I'm going to just keep it at the 1.47 because this allows me at 1.47, I can have multiple trades open and be okay with my margin. So 1.47, market buy, records the trade. I am going to right click, go to modify. I want to take, I'm going to just take 10 pips for now. 10 pips is 100 points. I just add an extra 0. If I click the little blue button here, it does the math for me. And we're going to use a 3-to-1. So 30 pips is a stop loss. So I'm going to add another 0, convert pips to points. Click the red button. It does the math. Then click modify. It adds a trade. I want to see where we're at. I like that. And now I'm just thinking here. I want to go back and just look real quick. So we're kind of right. We're right on that spot there. So I was thinking whether we could go up a little higher into this candle, but I think we're going to just stay where we're at. So we took a buy on the AUD USD. with a take profit of 0.66286, take profit of 0.66286, 286, 0.66286, and a stop loss of 0.65886. Stop loss of 0.65886. And I am looking for this trade to close within the next 3 hours. Should be well before that news item. Now, we are going to switch gears. We are going to switch gears and now look at the overnight trade. Overnight trade is using a different signal. I take it off of the Euro USD and also off of the pound yen. So rather than looking at a 1 hour chart, which we were looking at before, I am looking at the day chart, Euro USD day chart. And this is a modified version of the 10-point trade, whereby I'm looking at the major indicator, but I'm only focused on what the green line is doing. Right now we're oversold and it's going down, so it's telling me sell. I confirm the sell by looking at what the 12-hour and 8-hour are doing. So here the 12-hour oversold, green line's going down, telling me sell. It is oversold. Steepness isn't that great. And the same on the 8-hour. Oversold. It's touching oversold, going down. So sell, sell, sell. Here, the green line is going from more steep to less steep. So that's a little bit of a negative. The fact that we're oversold is a little bit negative, but I've got sell, sell, sell. And this pattern that you see with the duck head, with the green line and the red line, is an upside down duck bill. Here's his bill and here's his head. This usually means there's a little bit more in the down move. Now, I want to take this when there is less than 1 hour left. So we still got 2 minutes here before we go ahead and engage on this trade. Because on the day chart, I want to take it in the last hour of the day. So that's in 2 minutes. So since we got done a little early on the other trade, so we're still a bit early here, but let's see what these look like in 2 minutes. I also take it on the pound yen. Pound yen day chart. Oversold. Green line's going up, telling me buy. So I like this better than the other one, than the Euro USD. On the Euro USD, we were oversold and going down. Problem there is I don't know how much more down is in the movement, and I don't want to get caught with my pants down when it changes. Here, we're oversold, it's going up. So I like that much better. So buy, confirmation on the 12-hour, buy, confirmation on the 8-hour, green line's going up, buy, and they're all going up nice and steep. 4 hours going up, even though I don't really use that. It just gives me kind of the warm cuddlies when I get extra, when they're up across the whole chart here. 2 hour up, and even the 1 hour is still going up. And here you got you got the duck bill with platypus here, the long beak. But let's we got 45 seconds here, so let's just let's wait the 45 seconds before we take it. I guess we could take a look and see what the support and resistance is. All right, so we're in the channel. So it's broken through this line, so that's good. On the pound yen. So you see things where I trade it regularly. I've got the support and resistance already drawn out. Let's look on the Euro USD. Euro USD, we were looking at a sell, which is okay because we're hitting this bump here. All right, so let's go. All right, so we've got that new hour. All right, so down, so sell. So we got less than 1 hour left here. Sell. It's turned on the 4, turned on the 2. 1 is actually still going up. Oh, they're all going up. I'm sorry. Yeah. So we're going to take a 11 pip sell on the Euro USD. 11 pip sell on the Euro USD. So I open up the Euro USD, go to new order, click new order. I'm going to keep my lot size the same. And it is a sell. I am going to right click on it, go to modify. And here, this is 11. Click the blue button, it does the math. And on this trade, I use a 35-point stop loss. And the reason being is I've just back tested it, and 35 works better than 33. You don't, that extra couple pips. Originally, I used to do 10, but the 11 and 35 seem to work better. So that's what I want to have. And now we're going to go to the pound yen. Let's double check it on our chart just to make sure it hasn't changed. Buy. Green line going up, buy. Green line going up, buy. Buy. The 1 hour has changed. Last hour, this was still going up, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and take a buy on the pound yen. So new order. Again, I'm going to keep the lot size the same. Market buy. Right click. Go to modify. We're going to go for 22 pips, which is 220 points. And we're going to use a 3-to-1, which is 66 pips, which is 660 points. Click the little red button. It does the math. Oops, we didn't click the little blue button here. Now it's done the math. And we are going to click modify. And it's put in our support and resistance. And we are good. So let me just read these numbers out to you. So we took a sell on the Euro USD with a take profit of 1.08231, and a stop loss of 1.08691. Stop loss of 1.08691. And on the pound yen, we took a buy with a take profit of 186.261, and a stop loss of 185.381. And these will close sometime between midnight and 3, usually between midnight and 3. These take a little bit longer to go. So just have patience. they haven't closed by the morning time, we will address it when we reconvene tomorrow morning at 6:30. Thank you so much for joining me. I am always honored. We're here to help you be successful, to become a trader. And again, having the right tools and training is what will get you there faster and help you make more money. So we'll see you tomorrow morning, and have a good evening. Bye-bye.